Hi there, I'm Rez, and welcome to part 2 of my unit showcase. If you didn't see my first one, I'd been asked by a few people to showcase my favorite units, the units that I've got all built up. So I recorded a part 1, and this upcoming part is part 2. So I did it as a thank you so much for 500 subs, as kind of a special. So it's not, you know, the units aren't being showcased in battle or anything. It's really more just going through the party members that I have built up and little stories to go along with them. So like I said in the first one, if it's not your cup of tea, don't worry about it, and hopefully see you in the next polar clear video. But if it's something you'd like to watch, then please enjoy. Thanks so much. Leon was a surprise. I got him off of a ticket when I just decided to, you know, throw some tickets at his banner, and it came out of nowhere, and I decided to spend a few more to see if I could get his 35, and 50 tickets later and no 35, I just ended up tokening it. So that was my final lesson in don't try to ticket a 35 after you've gotten the EX. But he's been a lot of fun. I've actually used him in some content, like some early chaos content. He can just totally cheese fights if you use him right. So I'm excited for when he gets his realization. Bart's was a random pull on a ticket that is in another one of my videos, and I guess I was so excited that my camera froze. I was so low on Power Stones when he first came out, though, that I haven't done anything with him. I think at this point, since I have so many Power Stones just from Aiko and Golpez, I think I will just, MLB. I don't think I'll realize it. I'm not sure. I haven't tried Brothers Chaos yet. I might need him. I'm not sure. But we'll figure it out. But I'm very glad I got him. Deuce I got on a ticket. I didn't want to spend any gems since I had already gotten Ace EX just like on a ticket. Got another Ace EX on a ticket, and I don't know why, but I kept just like spending tickets on her banner, even though she's not a favorite. But I really wanted that Wyvern Whistle for some reason. I used her a lot after her initial character event, and I kind of felt like I wanted to honor her somewhat by getting her EX. So after many like random ticket pulls here and there, I did ended up getting Wyvern Whistle, and I'm glad I did. She's a lot of fun. She's a lot of fun to use still. Sabin, whichever. Let's see, whose banner was this? Oh yeah, this is Rosa. I didn't take the win after getting Rosa EX on the second multi, and decided to just try and I don't even know what I was trying to do. I think I might have been trying to get more copies of something or whatever, but I ended up getting his EX without even meaning to. I haven't maxed it out either, just because I also keep forgetting that he's a magic DPS, even though he's the epitome of melee, but I didn't end up maxing him. I might later on, but right now my ingots and books and Power Stones are needed elsewhere. I didn't get Aerith EX despite a few multis. I was very sad about not getting her. Zidane I got on a ticket randomly. I don't even know what banner, but I was just glad that he didn't show up when I was trying to get VVEX. Speaking of which, Vivi is one of my all-time favorite FF characters, so when his EX came out, I knew I had to try to get it. So I spent maybe like 10k gems, no dice, decided I was done with gen pulls, and then I had 100 tickets, and on like my 96th ticket, I ended up getting Octagon Rod, and I was so excited. And I'm excited for him to get his rework, his second rework, because I love him. I love using him, and he's just great. But I'm a little low on black crystals right now, which is why I haven't, maxed him out. Garnet I got very randomly on a ticket. I don't remember exactly when, but I was very excited. It's such a cool looking weapon. I just wish she were better. Like, I'm very sad that she's not as good as she should be. I think she gets better with her EX Plus. I totally thought that when her EX returned that it was going to be able to be realized, but little did I know that it like only recently came out in JP, so hopefully she gets the justice she deserves. I did want to get her costume though, because it's so cute. Freya, I got really lucky and got her 35 off a ticket. Thancred is one of, like, he was a YOLO pull, because after reading about his kit, he just sounded like so much fun, and so it was like 3 in the morning, and I decided to do a YOLO multi on the banner where his EX first came out, and I ended up getting it, and he's probably the most fun EX that I've ever had. I just absolutely loved using it, and I'm excited. I know he just got his plus and his rework in JP, so I'm really excited for when that comes to global, since he carried me through a lot of content back in the day. And I was so glad, because when I was trying for Squall EX, since he's one of the featured characters on Selfie's chapter, I maxed out all of his other weapons, and every time I got one on the Squall banner, I was like, go away, Thancred. But then when I got the CX, I was like, yes, you were thinking ahead. Jags I wasn't even really going for. I got checked because I was trying to go for my girl Lulu, who I will be going all out for in March when she gets her EX. But I was just doing ticket pulls, trying to get the Moomba doll, Lulu's 35, and then I ended up getting like 2 megaliths. So I was glad to get that. I'm excited for when his realization comes out. But I did end up getting the Moomba doll eventually, but I got the megaliths first. No dice on Wales. Tried going for it, didn't get it, but I got his 35 randomly, like way early on when it first came out, and I didn't have him maxed in any way, and then I realized once the launch meta hit that, like, okay, I really needed to just use my power stones and max him, and I'm glad I did. I mean, he carried us all through a lot of really tough content, but I hear the launch meta is coming back again at some point. I'm not sure. Zell. I was trying to go for Cryo. I spent a bunch of tickets. I don't think I did any gem pulls, but I spent a bunch of tickets, and I got Zell's EX almost back to back on those tickets, and I was just so sad because it could have been Cryo. I am not the biggest fan of Zell as a character. He is endearing for sure, but you know, not my favorite. And he does require a lot of investment, and I really just didn't want to put in that investment for a character that isn't my favorite, and also isn't, you know, super good in the game. But hopefully, you know, he'll get a rework, another rework, and get his justice soon, like Cater. Lise, yeah, I got Lise EX on like my 2nd and 20th ticket, but I know she's not great, and I didn't really take the time to learn her since I was just so excited about getting Ishtola, but she's definitely good to have. I might, you know, at least MLB her EX at some point, but I don't really use her that much. Furion I didn't get, Maria I didn't get, Onion Knight I didn't get, Cecil I didn't get, Paladin I didn't get, Kane no, Rydia I really want to get Rydia EX when she comes out, Kryl no, Kefka, Laguna, Quistis. I didn't get Quistis. I tried getting her on tickets, no dice. Renoa, I had been saving for so long for Renoa, and then when she first came out, I decided to do like a screen recording with just vocal commentary back when I thought I might do poll videos in, like, when did she come out? May or something. I obviously didn't end up uploading that video, but I ended up getting her on my very, very last ticket. And I think I used like maybe 50 tickets, and I hadn't gotten a single Renoa weapon the entire time. but I got her on my very last ticket, and I was so excited, and she carried me through so much content. I'm not sure if I'm going to purple her when her last chapter comes out, but she's definitely going to get realized, and I might get her dress because it's so cute. Queen Bee. Oh my gosh. This was also before the pity system, I think. But yeah, I ended up getting Beatrix on a ticket, and I was super excited because she is one of my favorite characters just in the series, and her theme is so great, and it's such a great theme. But I was very excited to get Save the Queen, and wow, she carried me through so much content, like so much content at the end of the EX era, and even some Cosmos. So I'm really excited for her to get her realization, because I've been reading up on it, and it seems like she just goes right back up to top tier like she was when she first came out. So Orin definitely didn't get it. Lulu soon. Shantoto, no dice. Prish, no dice. Ash. I've become very fond of FF12 characters, and so even though I haven't played the game, but I'm hoping to soon on the Switch port. But I decided to do just like 2 multis on, even though I had already gotten Fran's 35, and I'm glad I did, because I ended up using Ash a lot right after she first came out. Like that paralysis on her EX is so much fun. I wish she were a little bit better, just because I'd like to use her in more content, but I'm excited for when her realization comes out. But I was so excited. I got 2 of her EXs on one pull, and I was very happy. Vayne, the only full pity I have had to do. I was so sad when I had to pity him. I can't remember who had just come out previously, but I was down to like 60 gems, and he got released that night, and I spent those 60 gems. No Enigma, and only like 135, so I spent the next couple days just grinding out a bunch of gems. Still no dice. At one point, I think I had like 3 multis that only gave me 1 off-banner 15. Like, it was rough. It was a rough pull session for Vayne, and I ended up having to totally pity him. And he was worth it. He lived up to the hype for sure. I'm so excited for his realization, but he gave me the runaround. Lightning I got on the starter banner, and she's been so much fun to use. Like, I know I should have probably waited until she came out with was it Hope and Shadow in a few months, but I've really enjoyed using her just now, and I'm so excited for when her EX Plus comes out and she just can solo like a bunch of content herself. So I'm glad I ended up going for her then, because she's been a lot of fun to use. I had tried a couple times beforehand. I think her EX had come out twice beforehand, and I didn't have any luck on those times either. Is that it? I think that might be it. I have a couple EX weapons for characters that I don't plan on building, like Kimari. I've randomly got his EX off a ticket. Really wanted to get Noel's EX, was unsuccessful. Seymour can still go die in a fire. I really wanted to get Porum's EX, so I might try when her Lost Chapter comes out again. And I'm really excited for both Alphinaud's and, if I'm pronouncing his name right, and Aphmau's EX. I heard that Aphmau becomes a really good support, and I also just love like how she fights and her whole persona. I've never played the game, but I'm excited. All right, hope you enjoyed part 2 of the unit showcase series. Like after the first part, would love to hear, you know, your favorite units that you've built up, units you're looking forward to building up, you know, maybe characters that you regret investing in, but also characters that you think were really, really worth the entire investment. So thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.